Yo, so I just got home and then I went over to grab a cup of coffee. I drank a thermos this morning. I get up at 4, don't judge me, and I work until noon. So it's 12:30 right now. Went to go get a fresh cup and I saw an ant on my counter. It scared me because where there's one, there's always more. I'm a little bit freaked out by that, to be honest, but you're not here to talk about that. You're not here to hear me talk about that, at least. We're talking about Battlefield 1. And you know what? It's a goddamn ton of fun. Oh yeah, that rhymed. How do you like me now, internet? So the Battlefield 1 public open beta thing is out right now, and it's got a lot of connectivity problems. It took me a long time just to be able to log into Origin. In fact, it seems like they got attacked by a hacktivist group. I'm not gonna, well, should we call them hackers? Probably not. They just, they're script kiddies. Let's call them that. So that was a thing that happened. Eventually, though, I did get to play on a couple different servers. I've played both the Rush and the Conquest mode right now, and it is super awesome. I'm super jazzed, and as I'm recording this right now, I really want to play even more. So that's a thing that's going to be happening as soon as possible, but why is it so much fun? Now, I'm a person that really wasn't super up on Battlefield 4, at least until about a year ago, when DICE LA went in there and kind of, you know, fixed the game so it was at a working state. And I absolutely despised the hardline beta. I never played the full game. I had no inclination to. There was literally no reason for me to do that, so that was the whole thing that happened as well. But something about Battlefield 1, man, it is just really fun and interesting and refreshing. Refreshing is never a word I thought I was ever going to be able to use with a Battlefield game again, so honestly, I'm super happy right now. When you're playing Battlefield 1, it feels like a new game, like a new era. It feels like you're doing new and cool things all the time, and it's got a lot of interesting ideas. They've really gone all out with this World War I theme and kind of taken it into an almost zany era as well, because a lot of the weapons and the different things you're using didn't actually appear in World War I, but they are kind of based off stuff that was being at least tested around that time. Things like a lot of automatic weapons, giant guys in metal armor with flamethrowers and frickin' land ships. That's awesome. And honestly, everything just kind of comes together to make it feel like a really cool product all around, and it's got some really great ideas that feel really good. Hell, bayonet charging is like my favorite thing in a Battlefield game since the repair tool in Bad Company 2, mostly because it does allow me to just run around the battlefield and stab people, which is hilarious and awesome. I literally went like 20-5 one round just doing that. It was great. On top of that, the game is a great looker as well. This really kind of looks more like the recent Battlefront game than it does a Battlefield game, and that's okay. In fact, that's great, because that was one of the things that I really had to praise the Battlefront game for. It looked amazing, possibly one of the best looking games ever created, and this is right up there with it. You know, come to think of it, this game actually almost feels like what Battlefront should have been, if I'm being entirely honest. Now that might sound a little bit weird, but when you think about it, right, this game's got a lot of really zany, different things, like I mentioned earlier. So it feels like if they were to make Battlefront 2 and make it more like Battlefield 1, it would be a really great experience all around, and that's a good thing. So I'm saying that more games need to be like Battlefield 1, because it's super fun. So if you haven't tried the public beta yet, I think you should if you can get into it. Again, there's a lot of server issues and stuff right now, but when you can get in and play, it is, in my opinion at least, a ton of fun right now, and I think I will be picking this up when it releases. Now, that being said, I'm going to stick by everything I say every time one of these games comes out. Do not pre-order it. You never know what it's going to be like on launch, what they're going to change, if there's going to be massive server issues. I mean, there's almost guaranteed to be. And when you think back to, say, Battlefield 4, there was the beta where Siege of Shanghai worked pretty well for the most part, and then the full release of the game came out and everyone was crashing whenever the tower fell down, so that was super funsies. Anyways, though, let me know what you think about Battlefield 1 down in the comments. I want to know. And as always, just be respectful to everyone else. You don't need to yell at each other like first graders, second graders, third graders, or I guess really rude fourth graders. I am PattyJack, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.